Hello, everybody, and welcome to September office hours here at Hindenburg. My name is Beck, and I'm here with Jonathan. And Jonathan is going to give us a new feature or a secret hidden fun feature that we can use in Hindenburg. So before we get started, I just want to go over a few things about AirMeet. We cannot see or hear any of you. Your cameras and mics are disabled. And there is a chat just to the right of your screen. There's also a little tab for Q&A. It looks like a little Q&A chat icon. If you have any questions, please put the questions in that area. Otherwise, we'll just miss them. We won't be able to see them. And then also, we can bring them up on the screen afterwards and answer them. That said, we will also be at the tables afterwards to answer some specific questions at a Hindenburg table, German speaking, and different other various tables. Narrator, just go back and you'll see us at one of the tables, have a seat, and we can answer some questions that you might have there, or just kind of hang out and chat with you. Also, in the middle of your screen, there's a little smiley face. If you click on that, you get various options for applause and different things. As Jonathan is presenting, you can give him some hand claps, some party hats, and other things if you want to encourage him. And let's see, I think that is about it. I'm going to hand it over to Jonathan, and I will see you back at the tables afterwards.
Okay, so everybody, yes, as Becca said, we're going to show you a little feature. For those who haven't been here for office hours, what we do is we like to have it once a month and just show you maybe a feature that you don't know about. Or something like that. Or maybe you know it, but maybe we show you some new feature with it that you're not aware of, whatever it is. And then we're going to break out these tables where you can ask us questions and we can hopefully help you out. So we hope this is the most efficient way to do this. So, and you can also of course, talk with your fellow Hindenburg user, right? So I put a link into the chat, and that is for tomorrow's AMA event. We also do this once a month. We have an expert in some part of the audio field, audio industry, and next month's is or tomorrow's, this month's is a very exciting one. It is with Joe Davis of voiceactor.com, and he's actually an SEO expert. If you don't know what that is, it's search engine optimization. That's what it is. But there's quite a lot of good info there. So even if you are not in the voiceover field, it might be good to come. We do those live in AirMeet and stream them out into the world, just like we do this, where we stream this into our YouTube page and Facebook community page. Okay, with all that stuff. And I'll answer one question that comes up every single time. Yes, there will be a replay of this, and it will be in the community. They're always replayed there. So look for that link, and we'll put that into the chat later too. All right. I think that's all the stuff there. So no more preamble. We're just going to get to this. All right. So the idea, again, we're just going to show you something real quick. That's a feature you may not be aware of. And I think I'm almost sure that most people aren't aware of this thing that I'm going to show. So you can see my screen, right? Okay. So, with Hindenburg, well, first off, let me start here. Sorry. I was going to talk about the clipboards and hidden features and stuff in the clipboards. And then I actually came across this last week. We were at a public radio conference called PRPD. And I actually learned I knew about this feature I'm going to show, but I didn't know about some new improvements that we made that are officially in there now, which is why I'm showing it to you here and saying, to heck with the clipboards. We'll get to that maybe next month. Okay, so this is what it has to do with. You see over here, I've got my favorites window. This drags to the center. Okay, so in the whole idea with the favorites window is that whenever you open up a new session, okay, it's populated with stuff. Okay, so if I open up a new blank session, no, I don't want to save this. It's a blank session. There's nothing in it, but the favorites window is populated with, clips of audio. And what I would tell people is that if you have an intro to your show, if you have anything, like a bumper for your show, you did some automation. So for instance, you had tracks, even if they were on, a few different tracks there, and you had, the automation in like fades or other things, you can just put it into the favorites window and it will, it'll be there the next time you open it up. So you can just drag it out like I did here. but there's something that's really much better than that we have now. So there's a feature that we have that's called Save as Template. Okay. And so the idea with Save as Template is that you could set up the amount of tracks that you have and other things, and you can just save it as the template. And then you open up that template, which I'll show you in a second. Okay. And then your things are there. But we've improved it now in two ways. One of them is that any effects that you have in on your session, even if they're third party or whatever they are, okay, you've got some different effects on there on different tracks, your specific setup, any of that stuff, you take that on there, and then what you would do is you'd say, you go up here to File, Save as Template, okay? And so what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the audio first, just to do it. But you probably see where I'm going to go with this. So, so if I said, save as template, this is my air meet session, okay? And we'll do that for now, okay? I'm going to call it showing air meet, okay? So now I've got a template that is, so what happens that I have now, what I could do is I could open up when I go to new in file, there's this separate menu over here. Okay. And there's my showing air meet one. Okay. So let me open up just a new blank session with nothing, right? There's nothing. I go to showing air meet, and there are those effects that I put on there. Here's that there. Here's that there. But there's something even better that I didn't know about until very recently. Okay. So we're gonna do the same thing, except we're gonna add that audio here. We're gonna take this clip of audio and bring it over here, and we're gonna add some markers. Okay. Maybe we add a cue point. I don't know what anything that you add here. You can say any amount of effects, any bits of audio, including your intros, outros, anything like that. You can do that and say save as template. Okay. Really showing air meet is what I'm going to call this. Okay. Really showing air meet. That's my new template. Okay. And even if I have a new blank session, there's nothing there. Okay. If I go to new, there's a drop down menu here. You can really showing air meet. And then that audio with all of the parts, your intros, your outros, anything that you ever want to save as a template is going to be there for you. So hugely useful if you are doing anything that's episodic, where you have the same features, or you want to set up your tracks to be a certain way with all your effects and all of that. So I hope you see the utility of that. You can set up. This is something I wanted in Hindenburg for years. And now it's fully operational. So you can have your session set up, everything working for you. You can save it, and you can just plug in the new part and just get your episodes out as fast as possible.
This is first time I'm seeing this, and this is really, really rad. I love this. As an audio editor, I wish I had this 10 years ago. This is so great. Like all the shows that I work on, I even have some shows where the host will say, I want this specific EQ on this host, a different one on the other host every time. What a nightmare that was, right? And so now I can see a lot of uses for this. That's really great. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. So with that, we've got somebody's question, which we might as well just show it on stage. Is there a reason I do not have template option? I have Hindenburg Pro. Do you have I guess what I would ask, and we could talk about this afterwards, is are you sure you have the new version of Hindenburg Pro? The one that you saw, it's often we're calling it Pro 2. It's just the current Pro that we moved on from, or we moved on to, I don't know how long ago, let's just say a year. It should be there in that option. So I would say the first thing I would do is check for an update to make sure. That would be step one. But yeah, you should have it. File dropdown, save as template. And then when you go to new session, also in the file dropdown, you can just choose your template. So just set up your effects, set up your intros and outros, anything like that. So very, very handy stuff.
If there aren't any other questions, I don't see any. I guess we will go back to the tables.
Yeah, we'll see you out at the tables, everybody.
All right, thanks.
Bye.